90-year-old man reveals the advice that will change your entire life. Full 10-minute story enhanced. Emotional, long form. Some advice comes from books, some from teachers, but the most powerful advice often comes from people who have lived long enough to understand the truth behind every emotion, every mistake, every joy, and every regret. What you're about to hear is the wisdom of a 90-year-old man that can change the entire direction of your life. The story 1. A moment of struggle. I was going through one of the toughest weeks of my life. Work was overwhelming. I was constantly stressed, and no matter how hard I tried, nothing seemed to go right. So one late afternoon, I went for a walk in a quiet public park, hoping the fresh air would clear my mind. I found an empty bench near an old oak tree and sat down heavily, rubbing my eyes and whispering to myself, "Why does everything feel so difficult?" Little did I know, someone was listening. 2. The unexpected meeting. A soft voice broke the silence. "Rough day, isn't it?" I looked up. Standing beside the bench was a 90-year-old man with a wooden cane, wearing a gentle smile, the kind of smile only someone who had made peace with life could have. He asked politely, "Mind if I sit with you?" I nodded. He sat down slowly, took a deep breath, and said, "I've sat on this bench for the last 20 years. I've seen people come here broken and leave with a lighter heart." Then he looked directly at me. "Tell me, son, what's weighing you down?" Something about his tone made me open up. I told him about my stress, my fears, my worries. He listened, not interrupting, not judging, just listening. When I finished, he nodded and said, "I understand more than you think." 3. Lesson 1. Stop chasing the wrong things. He leaned forward, gripping his cane. "I've lived 90 years, he said. And let me tell you something. Most people spend their lives chasing things that never truly matter." I frowned, not fully understanding. He continued, "Money, status, power, titles, these things feel important when you're young. But when you reach my age, you realize you spent your life climbing the wrong mountain." He sighed softly. "People matter more than things. Moments matter more than achievements. Peace matters more than success." I swallowed hard. It felt like he was speaking directly to the deepest parts of my frustration. 4. Lesson 2. Don't waste your life worrying. He looked at the sky and said, "Do you know how many hours I wasted worrying in my life?" He smiled sadly. "Too many. And most of the things I worried about never actually happened." I leaned in, listening closely. "Your mind is lying to you," he said. "It makes small problems look huge. It makes temporary things feel permanent. But listen carefully. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't waste 5 minutes." That line stayed with me. Lesson 3. Happiness is not in the future. The old man tapped his cane against the ground softly. "Everyone is waiting to be happy someday," he said. "Someday when they earn more money. Someday when they buy a house. Someday when they get the perfect partner." He shook his head. "Son, someday is a trap. Life is happening right now. If you don't learn to enjoy the present, you will reach the end of your life with a long list of moments you never lived." I felt a lump in my throat. 6. Lesson 4. Forgive quickly. Before it's too late. He looked down at his hands and said softly, "I lost my wife 15 years ago." His voice trembled. "The night before she passed, we argued over something small, something so meaningless." He wiped the corner of his eye. "I would give everything I have, every single possession, just to go back and say I'm sorry sooner. He looked at me with tear-filled eyes. Forgive fast. You never know when your last chance will be. 7. Lesson 5. Choose love over ego. He placed his hand gently on my shoulder. Son, the biggest battles you will fight in life will be with your own ego, he continued. Ego destroys relationships. Ego blocks apologies. Ego kills opportunities. He paused. But love builds everything. Choose love every time. 8. The final lesson. Live a life you won't regret. As the sun began to set, he struggled to stand up. Before leaving, he gave me his final piece of advice. When you reach my age, you won't remember the money you made, but you will remember the moments you lived and the love you gave. He looked directly into my eyes. Do something today that your older self will thank you for. And with a gentle smile, he walked away. I watched him disappear down the path, his cane tapping softly on the ground. And for the first time in a long time, I felt clarity, peace, direction. His words didn't just enter my ears, they entered my heart. Moral of the story: a 90-year-old man taught me in 10 minutes what most people take a lifetime to understand. Live now, love deeply, forgive quickly, don't chase the wrong things, and never postpone happiness. Because life is shorter, softer, and more beautiful than we realize.